Dance family etiquette. Do you like my dancers? Aren't they cute with their ankles crossing in the air? What is that called, an arabesque? The way they're doing this, it reminds me of a story of some friends who would put their swords together in the air and shout, "All for one and one for all. United we stand, divided we fall." Everyone remembers the Three Musketeers, right? Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. D'Artagnan was sent with a note from his uncle to take to the King of France so that he could train to be a musketeer. Along the way he ran into the Three Musketeers one at a time, and being the hothead that he was, ended up planning to duel each one of them on the same day. The day of the duel the cardinal's men came upon them, and were going to arrest them all because dueling was against the law. D'Artagnan fought the cardinal's men alongside the Three Musketeers, and when the fighting was over they ended up becoming close friends. From then on, whoever was in need of help, even if they had gotten themselves into their own trouble, all of them would show up and fight for the others, exclaiming, "All for one and one for all." Now you say it with me. All for one and one for all. We're going to do that a few times. Spoiler alert. In the end, D'Artagnan ends up being made a musketeer as well. Then they were the Four Musketeers, but the story was over, so... In 1970, I'm dating myself now, there was a band called the Brotherhood of Man, and they used the second half of the Three Musketeers motto, "United we stand, divided we fall," and turned it into a song about commitment. It was called, wait for it, "United we stand." Our dance family is a team. A team can be compared to a rope, with each individual string being an individual team member. Your teachers are team members, the students are team members, and the parents of students are team members. When all of the strings are wound tightly together, the rope becomes stronger. Each individual, when bound to other individuals, makes the team stronger. Every member needs to be dedicated, motivated, and work hard for the good of the team. When I was young, I played baseball and softball. That's not me, by the way. I remember when I was 8, I played on a Little League team. We practiced at Raymond Gabaldon's baseball field, when there was one. My favorite coach, Coach Mark, would always say, "A team is only as good as its weakest player." He would team up the really good players with weaker players during practices so the better ones could help the ones that needed to improve. When all of the strings or team members work together and support each other, they're strong and supportive. The rope this young lady is using is strong enough to support her as she ascends and descends the mountainsides. When all team members are strong and supportive, each person feels supported, and everyone can accomplish great things. Okay, say it with me. All for one and one for all. We need to be especially diligent to take good care of our team and not allow anything to damage even one thread of our rope. There's a TED Talk by a woman named Melinda Epler, whose job it is to go around to companies and teach their employees how to create better workplace environments. One of the things she points out are little things that we put off or often pretend not to notice, but that damage the cohesiveness of workers, or in our case, our teammates. These little things are called microaggressions. Microaggressions are negative behaviors that do to a team what a razor blade does to a rope. Every little cut damages the rope until it eventually comes apart and unravels. There are two types of microaggressions, verbal and nonverbal. Some verbal microaggressions include put-downs, insults, groans, hissing, booing, bragging, and gossip in front of the person, in a whisper to a friend, or with others when that person isn't around. Some nonverbal microaggressions include things like dirty looks, pushing or bumping, and snubbing. Snubbing is when you purposely don't include someone because you don't like them, or you don't think that they are good enough. Think about how you feel when someone says or does these kinds of things to you. It hurts, like the cut of a razor blade to your heart. It damages individuals, which in turn damages the whole team. Hurt feelings during class or practice makes the teacher's or coach's job more difficult because it does cause hurt feelings, which leads to tears, interrupts class, and leads to team drama. Where did this saying even come from? I thought it was a cute llama, though. Another TED Talk I watched was by a lady named Amy Edmondson, who worked with a large group of people from around the world who converged on northern Chile on August 5, 2010, when miners working for the San Esteban Copper and Gold Mining Company were trapped 2,300 feet underground after a tunnel collapsed. There were engineers, some from NASA even, healthcare workers, geologists, all sorts of professionals working together, although they came from different countries and backgrounds and spoke different languages. Every person had a singular goal, to work as a team to rescue the trapped miners. Amy analyzed the situation and wondered how this miracle happened, that 70 days later, all 33 men were rescued alive. Okay, say it with me. All for one and one for all. The answer she came up with was what she calls allyship. An ally is someone you can count on, who will help and support you in any circumstance, just like the three musketeers did for each other. Amy listed 3 things that create allyship: do no harm, advocate, and make a difference. Do no harm, as in, do nothing to harm the cohesiveness of the team. In order to facilitate this, we need to listen, learn, and don't interrupt the teaching and teamwork. Only concentrate on the task at hand and nothing else. Here, in this place, the task would be learning to dance. Advocate. Stand up for the little guy. Can you think of a time when you were a little kid that a coach or a teacher or some other adult stood up for you and helped you to succeed? I hope there's someone like that in your life. Remember how I said Coach Mark was my favorite coach? Well, it was my first year in Little League. I was a really good runner, but I didn't know how to hit or catch, and my parents hadn't realized yet that I couldn't see. That kind of matters in baseball. Coach Mark had these gold star pens that he would give us after a practice or a game when we gave 100%, whether it had a good outcome or not. I was so excited when I got my first gold star! I learned so much that year about the game and especially about teamwork. If a team really is only as good as its weakest player, then I was surely it. However, the team made me better. In Los Lunas in 1977, my team, the Panthers, were undefeated. Say it with me. All for one and one for all. Make a difference. Support your teachers or coaches and honor their decisions. They make decisions with your best interests in mind. Mentor fellow classmates and students. Help and teach them, and be an ally. When there are students who are having a difficult time, whether they're your friends or not, help them out, cheer them on, encourage them, be a support for them. When I struck out in a game, instead of everyone getting mad at me for being such a lousy player, they would clap and say, "Shake it off, you'll get 'em next time." Everyone was like that, parents, teammates, and coaches. They did that for each team member. It made us stronger. It gave me fond memories to look back on and helped me have an enjoyable experience. I learned better because I was having fun instead of being made fun of. When we practice allyship, when we consider each other allies instead of competition, it makes our team stronger. We enjoy the experience and forge friendships that will last for years to come. It also makes the teacher's job easier. That way, instead of focusing on unnecessary problems, the teacher can focus on teaching you instead of trying to be a counselor, referee, or motivational speaker. Decide right now that you will be the one who supports your teachers and coaches. You be the one who stands up for the little guy, the one who cheers and supports your teammates. You be the one who motivates others, someone your dance family members will remember fondly when they're in their 50s. Decide now to be the one that makes this time of your lives a happy memory. Okay, one last time. Say it with me. All for one and one for all. Thank you.